Hey, good morning. So we are back on, of course, Planet Toulan. It's day 3 of 30 of collecting the Nadira Needs an Apprentice, or Wants an Apprentice, I mean, daily, in which it's a 1,000 attempt crafting daily. You can use any blueprint. You do have to finish a little bit of a mission line. It's pretty short, pretty direct. There's a little bit of scavenger hunting, you know, for some people, but it's fast. It allows you to collect 70 PEC of machinery skill every day. Machinery skill is a component of a ton of the different crafting skills. And so, though my preference is usually the EP2, I'm going to be using the EP1 to show you just how cheaply this can be done. And so, of course, the markup on, oh, wrong denominator. I mean, not denominator, sorry about that. But the markup, of course, on the skill machinery is high, and so purchasing it would be pretty expensive out of the auction. And over 30 days, you get 21 pack, 21 ped in machinery skill, which is a significant amount. So I'm going to go over how this is going to go. Um, I'm going to have these popped up where you can actually see the skills happening. I'm going to have this here. Um, Let me do this real quick. And you'll be able to see what blueprints are popped. Any of the normal blueprints I actually likely don't need. And so what we're looking for is I'll be collecting any of the blueprints that are limited, stackables, and stuff like that. If you guys see something that's a normal blueprint and you need it, I will throw that if you say something into the auction house at one pad so you can just buy it out. Um, Honestly, we are hoping to get explosive projectile recyclers. Those are always nice. But the overall true goal is to actually just bring up and balance out that machinery skill, in which mine is reasonably good, but it's still one of my laggers for overall crafting and stuff. And so I'd like to see it get up. It's a subcomponent of a lot of things, and it goes up relatively slow. And so being able to just come and grab this is actually a great deal. So like always, I'm going to click this. I'm going to make my face disappear so that I'm not just sitting here like that. Any blueprint that pops, I will discuss. At the end, we'll go over everything. It is statistically likely that we take about a 10% loss or a little under. Currently, we're ahead on the total of the runs, a slight amount. And so we'll find out how this goes. I do hope you guys are having a great day too. And cross your fingers for some good luck. I mean, if you want to. So this game is Entropia Universe, and it's actually a giant online universe. Um, you can't see the other planets. I can't pull them up, the maps and stuff. But it's a actual cash-based online game, as in like all of these values are in PED, and a PED is 1/10 of a dollar basically. And so it's a giant online e-commerce universe, basically. It's Entropia Universe, though. But I'm on Planet Toulan right this second. And we're gaining some skills, trying to pop some high-value blueprints that we can sell at a large markup. And trying to pop some normal blueprints that we can just like hook some people up that don't have them. But it's absolutely a fascinating and fun game. Like ridiculously amazing. Yeah. So let me explain. So this online commerce is owned by some players and stuff. I own deeds and I have other financial assets in the game. Um, I earn some PED this way through land area compensation. I then also earn stuff because I own a store in the game, um, which is nice. But then on top of that, I have investments. And so these earn investment money because there's you can invest in the different planets and areas. And so players own large amounts of the stuff in the game. And then I sell items because I'm a crafter. And so I do make money in the game. Not substantial amounts, but yes, you can make money in this game. It takes lots of work though. So it's not just like I start playing the game and all of a sudden I start making money. It's like a process. But yeah, this is an absolutely fascinating game. Some people make a lot of money in it. Most people should play to have fun though. Like I'm crafting right now and burning up a skill so I can bring it up because it was lagging behind. And I want to be able to craft bigger, nicer, more expensive things at a more consistent rate. And those fell values aren't acceptable when you're trying to actually make profits. So for fun though, I pretty much shoot things and go hunting and exploring, not um you can. So when people start often, they go to what they call sweat circles. You circle around a animal, you sweat it and do other things to gather resources, and then you sell the resources, and then you can actually get PED without actually. Plus, there's people that host events, and there's dailies and other little things that will give you ammunition and stuff if you know where to go. And so, it depending on your active involvement, you can play without money. Um, but in all honesty, the game becomes much funner if you're playing it like an arcade game where you are once in a while putting some money into ammunition and stuff like that. But you don't have to. If somebody wanted to, in all honesty, if they were smart, they would go hang out a sweat circle for a second till they learned what a little bit of what was going on in the game. Sweat, I don't know, a good enough amount of sweat that you could buy yourself a cheap deed of some kind, like Arcadia deed or something like that. Or even this investment stuff here, it doesn't have great returns, but say I wanted to cash this out and I'll collect my thing. I gotta remember how to do that. I don't collect my money ever. Oh, transfer. So I'm gonna transfer this funds to myself, right? Then we go into this market and there's this much of Crystal Palace available. It looks like there's this many units at that price in which it floats all over. Say I want to buy all 5 units at that 17 price, boom, and it's gonna pull 80 from my ped card, I believe. Yeah. So we now own more of Crystal Palace. And so you could do that in theory, just sitting there and sweating for a second until you had enough PED to just go in and be like, okay, so I'm going to play, but I'm going to play more as a owner investor person. Um, it's really hard though to compound enough stuff that way, and like every business, it's a return on investment type strategy, right? If you have larger amounts of money, you also get kind of an economy to scale and power, and so it's a mixed bag. But yes, you can play for free for sure. I played for free for a very long time. And then one day I decided I wanted to hunt some creature really, really bad. And that was a long slide down a slippery slope of holy crap, this game is too fun. And so, yeah, but play for free for a while to learn the game for sure. Like it's not it's not one of those games that you even have a clue what you're doing for years, just to be honest. And it's a social game. Like, if I move this stuff out of the way, even though I'm on an outpost planet, there's other people all around, always. Um, and I'm not disrespecting this planet to the people that own Planet Toulan. I think it's a great planet. It's awesome. But it's so far away from the main planet that I consider it more one of the outposts. And so, in my mind, um, you have to get to know the people on every planet to really even start understanding the planets because they all have secrets. Like they and people don't just tell you the secrets. I mean, it's not their responsibility to anyway, but in reality, a lot of people have found niches in these little planets and they don't really want people that just come to the planet to just be like nuking their niche market because it's a I mean, some people have put substantial amounts of money in here. If you look it up, like Crystal Palace originally was bought by, I believe it was Never Die, and Never Die sold it to, I can't remember who, but that was a multi-$100,000 thing, in which Crystal Palace now in total deeds is millions of dollars. And so, oh, I don't know. I think 2016 maybe. It's been around. Entropia Universe. Somehow my phone got OK Universe from that, but we'll just. I've been playing it for a while. So people have put substantial money into this game, though. It is. Its initial release date was in 2003, and so that's it's been around for a while. It has substantial long-term players. People own a lot of stuff. Like and they can own like so you can own in this game land areas and stuff like that. So to give you better context, let me pull up the auction. And I'm not trying to ruin crafting for anybody either, but watch this. So this is an auction house. This is say we're going to go to Planet Calypso's auction house and we're looking at deeds and estates. So this is Twin Peaks Mall, floor 3, um, area number. It's basically a mall store. It's selling right now for around $6,000 to $7,000. Yeah. And so the areas are, some of them are highly valuable, honestly. Um, I don't own a mall shop. Mall shops are very expensive. I would own one, but I honestly don't have $6,000 or $7,000 on my character. Land areas, like a land area to own a region that people play within, those start, my understanding, is in the $40,000 is where they trade in. And these are player driven markets. And so It's a very economics based game. Like, see, even this blueprint that popped, we go like this, we can pull up blueprint data like that. That allows you to make better decisions on cells and where to place the value of any item within a market. And you have to know things like these ones that are selling spiked up here of this kind of blueprint, it's spiked up there because it's a higher quality rating blueprint. And so these ones down here, they're going to be low quality rating. Somebody's just grabbing one that just popped like this one. These ones up here are somebody grabbing a 100% quality rating blueprint. And so knowing the markets and stuff is very important in this game. Um, Knowing the different planets is important. I actually don't know this planet as well as I should. I'm here specifically for blueprints. And so there's a lot of blueprints. You can't just make stuff because you hit a certain level in this game. You actually have to have access to the materials, the skill, and the blueprint itself. And so it allows people to be very much, I don't know, their own character. On top of that, there's a diverse amount of skills. Like if you look, I my skills, um, there's a lot, and there's no level cap in this game. You're not going to ever be so powerful that all of a sudden you dead end into something. Does that make sense? And so it's big and it keeps growing. So they're about to upgrade the whatever those engines that they use to like some new Unreal engine. And I don't know which one it is because I don't know enough about that stuff and I don't want to misinform people on stuff. But no crap, this game will upgrade once again, and so they just it's a game with enough money to keep upgrading itself at will when it wants to. I put it that way. It's fascinating. I don't know if everybody cares about that part of the game, but they should because that part of the game is very important to know. Like very important to know. If they don't understand a little bit of economics, this is not a very safe game to play. Like, see, even down here where she's providing free warps today and stuff like that. Warp ships actually usually charge money to warp people safely through space because there's pirates that will loot you in space. Oh, it has a giant community behind it. It's very loved. So it's dynamic in many ways. Like you've got little team communities. You've got it's big. So I don't remember how to bring up everything because I don't usually hit up things. So it has stocks, everything you can imagine. But just on my friends list that's on right now, I know lots of people on. It's very easy to find people that are on all the time. It's a very community oriented game. I absolutely think it's one of the better games that I've ever seen for I don't want to call it a cult following game, but the people that play this love this game. Like love it, love it. It's not even like a little bit. Like they're very invested in it. They're very invested in their communities. They spend a large amount of time. Um, I don't know. It's different than a lot of games. And like some of the older games like EverQuest and stuff like that have a strong community. This just has a big, very, very dedicated community that's international and the game itself generates money and so it's different than most games. I'll put it that way. I hope that answered that. Looks like more and more people are pouring in here to get their missions out of the way for the day. So if you do play this, make sure you do daily skilling missions. Literally, for years of playing this, I didn't actually take advantage of the dailies, in which honestly, I probably gave up a ton of free skill that I could have just gained out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And so it was a large mistake to blow off the daily missions. Those are extra free skills, and over years of gameplay, they add up to ridiculous amounts. And so, definitely don't blow that stuff off, especially if you're going to be a hunter. Some of the daily hunting missions profoundly give you an advantage over other people. I'm kind of expecting another blueprint to pop in a second. And we usually average, I believe, about 6 or so blueprints poppings per that many clicky clicks. I mean, not this many, but a 1,000 clicky click. Okay, so this basic structure, it's not as common as the basic filter. I don't know if any of you guys need it. This is going to reflect wrongly. This is accurate. So that's accurate. This is what I was talking about in the, you got to actually know the behavior of a blueprint market or you can actually get messed over. So see how this distorted price right here, that was a 100 quality blueprint somebody sold is what would have happened. Um, in which these spikes like this can totally throw a market off. The normal quality blueprints, they're going to be selling way the crap down here. Like, they're not. I wish they'd split the markets, honestly, into, and I don't know how they would do it because the percentage of quality on a blueprint, but literally never just assume crap on the price. If anybody though is watching and they need either of these blueprints, I believe this is the trade terminal when I haven't looked at the trade terminal forever, but, or technician. This though, if you need it, let me know. I'll throw it in the little auction house thing at one pack. I mean one ped. They don't let you do one pack. I don't know what I was thinking there. See what else we get. I knew we were about time for another blueprint though. It wouldn't have made sense to go for a bigger stretch. We're legit almost to the halfway point, and so we should be almost at 3 blueprints right now, technically. I mean, not technically, there's not like a rule to that, but I'd like to see us at 6 blueprint clickies at the end. Like, and honestly, I'd like it to be where one of them was explosive projectile recyclers, to be honest. Those things have an amazing markup. I'm going to assume we're doing pretty good on this run so far, though. This doesn't look sexy at all. The amount of metal residue right there is not where I would want it to be technically. Let's look at this. Let's see what the overvalue is. And those are not impressive either, you guys. I don't know. This could be a 10% down run like we were talking. So technically altogether in this series of runs, we're still up. And so who knows, right? Could they put us in check? They could put us back down into our average today. Let me look at what we finished the other day at. Okay, so far we're up for the total run because we were down 194 yesterday. 268. Okay, 2.68. So today, if we can finish this run not below that, we're still break even on the run and have paid nothing to be gaining skill. I mean, could happen. I don't know. Over the full run though, I would expect that we're going to be down 5 to 10%. And so I expect one of the runs to just beat the crap out of us. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe we get lucky. I don't know. But currently, we're still up. That could change today. This does not look good. This does not look great at all. We'll find out. Okay, so we're at the halfway point. Honestly, I'm not sure where this is at as an overall run. This is not the amount of residue I would want to see in my mind. Um, Maybe we're doing really well on the production of this stuff, but I'm waiting to see the statistics at the end. I would suspect that this run is down at least 10%. I mean, it would blow my mind if we were down more than that, which would still leave us up, actually. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I would like to see at least one kind of strong hit right here. I don't think it's in the cards on this run, in all honesty. They don't seem to be hooking us up with a lot of blueprints this time. These are really weak numbers over here. I mean, that I don't really think that that's where we want that to be. I don't know. I suspect that this is going to put us back within like a neutral zone. But I could be wrong. Sometimes I misinterpret that, we're just killing it on the explosives and we don't look at that till the very end. That's a mystery box. I feel about this time we should get another blueprint, right? So congrats to them. They just got a global. That was not us, but good for them. Who was it? Oh, Blobby Bobby. Cool for them. They knocked the crap out of this mission, I've noticed. Like, I always see them doing this too, so I'm not sure how long they've been doing it or what their machinery score is, but I would suspect that they have a high machinery score. That's people collecting the hunting daily over there. So if you're on this planet and you're a pistolier, do the crap out of this hunting daily. Like it's disproportionately way overly favoritism to the pistol hunter, honestly. So like both mobs right out Guardian Village, both dailies for them give handguns. And then I can't remember what mission. I think it's the Sun Junk or something like that. Is like BLP skill and aim for that. And then tabs I believe is anatomy. I'm pretty sure. And then for some reason their daily missions don't actually work like dailies. And I'm not complaining, but like you can go run some missions, go tree cut sometimes, and come back and get the dailies again multiple times a day. In which I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but they're kind of like every other hour dailies. Good for them. Makes it fast as crap if you like a specific mob though, and you just want to rack up some points. I've noticed there's a few people killing the crap out of those tabs for the anatomy skills. They're like, and plus there's a good markup on stuff. I think that they also, the basic leather extractors and stuff like that. there's a ton of those. Like they just drop on this planet for some reason, like a lot more than what I would think proportionate. Those dailies are really popular, as you can tell. I've been trying to knock the crap out of the daily though too, so I'm not gonna talk crap about that. Every planet should just have a slew of dailies. Boom, finally. Okay, so this used to, a long time ago, have value. I mean, like a long time ago, right? See? And see, so at one point, we would have been excited. We would have been like, hey, I'm going to slowly build up a stack. But see, long, long ago. And then slowly but surely, as you can tell, I don't know what the crap this is going on there. That's not real. But this stuff down here is real. So basically, and so I saved them because when you're doing welding wire runs, you can get gemstones, and those, I don't know, are kind of pretty much global sometimes. I don't do a lot of welding wire runs, but once in a great while I'll actually run some. And then I'm like, what do I do with this? And then I'll go skill on a mothership sometimes. Sometimes I put it in my little shop. Mixed bag. When it was valuable though, it was different. You'd want to get these. Now it's kind of like, am I running this for a skilling run or what am I doing with it? Because I'm not really a welding wire dude. You know what I mean? It's interesting the value on things changes so much. It's all over the place. On top of that, there's not really as many metal engineers. And I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, see, it's considered metal engineering. And metallurgy is one of those other laggy skills that you're like, ah, man, how do I get this up? I don't think there's a metallurgy daily, but if there is and somebody wanted to let me know about it, I would probably bring that skill up a little bit myself. I don't even know what mine's at. Boom. 1400 something. Well, almost 1500. Yeah, so I would definitely, even if there was a metallurgy daily, I would try to get it up to 3K. Honestly, want all my skills between the ones I use between 3 and 5K if I could get them there, but that's going slow. This daily is definitely helping though to bring up the whole machinery side on my guy. That goes into way too much crafty stuff to not have it fixed, you know. And it started lagging behind. And at this point, I just want them to install like a big crafting mission like this on the rest of the planets and put those lagging skills in. I mean, I don't know what I would pick for each planet, but in all honesty, if they want to add a planet that has a daily, in which we craft 1,000 of something and we get to collect 70 PEC in vehicle engineering, I would take that. See, this is a junk blueprint. Unless when somebody needs one of these, I'm gonna junk those two. I'll put this in the auction house at one ped for a buyout. Um, I don't know if anybody needs that. Easy one to run. What engineering is it go off of? Mechanical engineering. And it legit says it doesn't even have a, so I don't know. I don't run runs of those. I should probably one day. I have no clue what these spawn. I mean, this I know what spawns. This. Sorry, guys. I've never done a structural run. Pretty cheap ingredients. Interesting. So we're approaching the 3/4 mark. I feel we should have more metal residue than that, to be honest. I don't have as much perspective though on the EP1 because I've not been running it for so long. On the EP2, I'd want us to be way higher, obviously. And so I'm trying to like have perspective of moving over a decimal point. I think we might be okay, but that amount of metal residue just seems crappy. And so, but this is such a cheap blueprint to run that how prospectively much metal residue are we going to get on that? You know what I mean? Now, if in these last few they wanted to throw us out an explosive projectile recycler um, blueprint stack of like 5, that would be cool. That'd pay for our run. And then make some money off of it too. It'd be ridiculous, actually. Which could happen, but I wouldn't want to count on that. kind of feel we're not going to be given the 6 blueprints. Maybe one more, so we might finish a blueprint short normally. And I'm really lost on perspective of where we're doing good because this metal residue seems not to be sufficient to be like, hey, I think we're kicking butt. But honestly, that could be break even on this. This is literally such an inexpensive blueprint to push that I don't know. So we're at the final 100 though. And I don't know. I was thinking about it. I'm not sure that we aren't break even. We're definitely not kicking butt. I mean, but I wouldn't be shocked if we're break even. We're not going to be down a lot. It's not going to be considerable in any capacity. You know what I mean? And we'll be collecting 70 PEC in machinery. And so that's pretty much a win. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I think we just flip positive. So if we look at this, that likely just flipped us. Because we were by a margin of me kind of thinking maybe we were breaking even. But this makes me think we have just broke even. So I don't know. Let's wait. We got 50 clicky clicks left. Man, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So, I would highly recommend if you're trying to be a crafter to bring up your engineering with that daily that's on Monria and on Mothershipping. Mothership first. Straight up. If you guys are like thinking about like doing some stuff, contact somebody. Find somebody that runs a mothership crew. Get on as a repair dude, repairing a mothership. Repair until you at least unlock blueprint comprehension. Then probably rack that baby up to 500. Then get yourself an EP1. Head to Monria. Rack that baby up to a ridiculous amount of engineering. Then probably head here. Get yourself a whole crapload of machinery. Boom. You're still gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to do. But some of it will be done. I don't know. That's as much encouragement as I can give people. I don't know if I'm gonna ever be a chief encourager, I guess. Okay, so now we're getting there, coming down into the end. Did they let us get this skill for free? Are we still up? Are we down on this run? I'm really curious how far up or down over the full run we would be. You know what I mean? Because that's a considerable amount of skill. 21 ped in machinery is at least worth 300 something ped. It has like I think it's 2500% markup, or it might be, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of markup. My hat's always just floating around. Sometimes I look over at the camera and it looks like I'm attempting to be stylish, and I'm not at all. And so I'm like, oh, I'll fix my hat now. hmm The stuff that happens. Last 10. So does anybody need a basic structure? I'm going to put this thing in the auction house at 1 ped for buyout. This marketplace data, this is probably the last one I put in the auction house. This is inaccurate. This crap, this is somebody selling an absolutely high quality, like 100% quality one. Nobody in their right mind should pay that amount for a normal one. And so honestly, you guys, I don't know, just make sure you don't buy stuff out of the auction house assuming some crap based on little things. Okay, look at this. Okay, so we're down 84. Okay. So we're still up 184 altogether, huh? Okay. So we're down 84 cents on this run, up for the total of the runs by a whole 184. That's not bad. Let's go dump this in the auction house real quick so we can make sure to make that available for somebody. I don't know if they need that, don't need that. It's always telling me that. I know about that already. That's the other thing. It kind of tries to warn you a little bit if you're about to do something silly like sell a really high value one. We're collecting the stackable ones. Okay, so now I'm going to run right over here. If I oriented myself right, let me see where I am. Oh, we're going to run over here. Sorry about that, you guys. I really am not orientated on this planet at all. I'm trying to be, but okay. And so Nadira is of course right here. She's gonna hook us up. Bang. And as you can tell, we got some more machinery. We're flying up. We're gonna hit 3, 4 tomorrow something. By the end of the 30-day thing, we actually should get, I mean, like that's if you think about it, 2,400 more skill that I should have onto that. I'd consider that pretty freaking good. And so, altogether, this little village has some epic, epic places to skill off of. And so, of course, I'll be back tomorrow morning to do this, and then we'll knock out some kill missions sometime in the afternoon and stuff like that. I do hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and click the stream over to somebody else on Entropia. And thank you guys for being epic, basically. Sorry it takes me so long. I don't try to, but boom. You guys stay up. Have a great one.